We gotta keep going.
Oh, come on. Yes. Okay, come on.
It was a tornado, and we hid in here until it was clear. We thought it was clear, and I hit the ramp, and I broke my leg, and it hurt. Okay.
We've been talking for over a year about like how we contend with like a lot of the systemic issues that we have in our world, and one of the ways is by making ourselves prepared to deal with things on our own. Parallel infrastructure is a phrase that comes up a lot, and so being able to learn skills that we can use to save people when nobody's coming to save us, that's really the cool thing, and getting to do it with some cool people, and then also doing it to kick off Black August is an awesome thing too.
Learning all the things that we could bring back to community to ensure that folks have the skill set to save more lives when EMS doesn't come through to the communities that we know they don't come through to, which are Black communities, marginalized communities. And so my biggest thing, like especially in Southwest Atlanta, if more folks knew how to stop the bleed from whatever happened, whether it's like a gunshot or a stabbing or just like, you know, a slip and fall, or what to do when folks are having a seizure, we can definitely save more lives.
We just changed the conditions of our people in a positive way. Conditions that means life, not death. That there's a longer transition before we say ancestor in the quality of life and what we're holding from the children down that will learn to treat a wound that before that could have caused an infection that we didn't know came 5 years later because we weren't equipped with that knowledge, to a mother who's gonna have a baby and does not have to completely trust the medical system for the knowledge because there's folks around the table that's gonna give some pointers.
This training and this whole Building a Movement cohort is part of a vision that Project South has had with the Hunger Coalition for 20 years. So when we were talking about Hurricane Katrina the other day, there was something missing. We didn't have the movement infrastructure we needed when that devastation happened. And so for this 20 years, we have been slowly building over time this vision of movement first responders that could move together. Allende said it early on, y'all have skills now that you can advocate for yourselves better in a very collapsing medical system, right? You have skills that you can advocate for your family members, for your communities. That alone is fantastic. But that is not why we did this. This isn't an individualized training. This is through organizations, through formations, so that when we are practicing and deploying our skills out there as teams, it is some collective strategy for power so that we can replace the infrastructure that's failing us right now. That's the strategy. The vision is these teams, and the consciousness that you all have raised over and over every single day has been the building blocks to get us there. So I just want to say that consciousness, vision, strategy is not just a framework for how we think, it's like what we're doing.
Knowledge is what gives us the confidence to do something in a situation like this. And even outside of an emergency or a medical situation, knowing a plan, knowing your flow, knowing like the steps to do can set you up for a lot of success. And so even outside of a medical scenario, especially with this student group who works so closely in community and in disaster relief, like our hope is that these students will take that information, take that knowledge, take that training, and be able to disseminate it out into their communities so that it doesn't just stay with the student who is on the course, but they can take that information and they can empower their own communities to be good responders and know what things to look for and know how to take those good steps.